Hello everyone, welcome back to the second PUC practical session. Now we'll see the experiment number 3, that is for you, the conversion of galvanometer into voltmeter. Okay, let us see the step by step what we have to do. So that first aim of the experiment. The aim of the experiment is to convert the given galvanometer into a voltmeter of the required range 0 to 3 volt and verify the same. So, in this experiment, convert the galvanometer into voltmeter. So, this will be the galvanometer. So, this galvanometer we have to convert it into an voltmeter of range 0 to 3. I hope you are getting my point. In the theory, we discussed this, right? So, here practically we have to perform the experiments. So, the given galvanometer is converted into an voltmeter having a range 0 to 3 volt. Okay, that is the aim of the experiment. Now, let us see what are the apparatus required. Apparatus required in this experiment. So, the pointer galvanometer, battery, voltmeter, resistance box, key and rheostat. I hope we are familiar with all this apparatus. In the previous experiments and all, we saw this apparatus. There is no new apparatus in this experiment. Okay. So, later we will see that apparatus. Next, we will move on to the principle of the experiment and formula of the experiment. So, these two are very important for your final practical examinations. Once again, I will repeat that. The principle will carry 2 mark, formula will carry 2 mark. Okay. Now, let us see the principle. In which principle this experiments will work. The galvanometer can be converted into voltmeter by connecting a suitable high resistance in series with it, so that a very small current flows through the galvanometer. So, simple principle, that is, the galvanometer can be converted into an voltmeter when it is converted by connecting a suitable high resistance in series. These 2 points are important, high resistance and in series with the galvanometer, so that a very small current flows through that galvanometer. Okay, so this will be the principle of that experiment. Now let us move on to the formula of the experiment. So there are 2 formulas are there in this. Usually the formula 1 will carry 1 mark, formula 2 will carry another mark for your final examination. Okay. Now, the formula is, first one, current required for full scale deflection. Current required for full scale deflection. Anyhow, we saw this in a theory. So, just recall that the current Ig indicates that the current through the galvanometer current through that galvanometer Ig is equals to N into K. Ig is equals to N into K, where N is the number of division on either side of 0 of the galvanometer. Number of division on either side of 0 of the galvanometer. Obviously, in this apparatus, it is 30. Okay. Next, K indicates figure of merit of galvanometer. Figure of merit of galvanometer. We already saw in that theory. The figure of merit of galvanometer is nothing but it is a ratio of current flow through the galvanometer per unit deflection. So, the SI unit is ampere per division. Next, the second formula is high resistance to be connected in series with the galvanometer. So, R indicates high resistance. I indicates that high resistance to be connected in series with the galvanometer. So a formula to calculate the high resistance R is R is equals to V divided by Ig minus capital G. So here V indicates that maximum voltage to be measured based on the aim of the experiment. The range of the voltmeter is 0 to 3 volt. So that maximum voltage to be measured is 3 volt for this experiment. Okay. The G is the galvanometer resistance. So these are the formula for this experiments. Now let us move on to the what are the apparatus are there here. Let us see that one. The pointer galvanometer, battery, voltmeter, resistance box, plug key and rheostat. So based on that we have to the circuit diagram. Later we can construct the circuit diagram. So we can place the apparatus as per the circuit diagram. Okay. So these are the apparatus required for this experiment. The battery that we already know, the positive output and negative output. Okay. So negative electrode, positive electrode. This will be the battery power supply. And plug key, the plug key. Okay. And next, which is a galvanometer. The galvanometer is the, so that is indicated by here G. So you can clearly understand that the G is there means galvanometer, V is there means voltmeter. If A is marked means ammeter. Okay. And in this galvanometer there are two terminals are there. The one is here it is marked positive and another one will be negative, just like a which is DC apparatus. So that's why the positive and negative is marked, right? Similarly here voltmeter is having a range 0 to 3. The voltmeter is having a range 0 to 3. In that you can clearly see that the 0 afterwards it is 0.5. In between 0 and 0.5 there are 10 divisions are there. That means each division indicates 0.05. So 0.05 is the least measurement or least count of this voltmeter. Okay. Each line 0.05. So 0 to 3 is the range of the voltmeter, and here also the positive and negative is there. Okay. That is very important for a DC apparatus. Next, the rheostat that we already know, the upper terminal and there are two lower terminal are there. By varying this we can fix the current, as well as if we connect here two lower terminals, then this rheostat will act as a voltage divider. In this experiment, particularly this rheostat will act as an voltage divider because both the lower terminals we are connecting here in this experiment. So please remember this, particularly for a conversion of galvanometer into voltmeter experiments, we are using both the lower terminals along with the upper terminal, right? And next, a large resistance box, the high resistance box. So that 1 to 10,000 it is that. So 1 ohm, 2 ohm, 3 ohm. I hope you are observing the like that. If I remove this, means which indicates that 2 ohm. If I remove this 2 means 2 plus 1, 3 ohm. Like that you have to count. Okay. So this is the resistance box, and the important one is the connecting wires. So these are the apparatus required for this experiment: battery, plug key, galvanometer, voltmeter, rheostat, resistance box and a wire. Now let us see the circuit diagram, and based on that arrangement of the apparatus. Now let us see the circuit diagram. So we already know the apparatus required. Now here the battery is placed here. So from the battery positive to the rheostat one lower end, and I already mentioned in this experiment rheostat another lower end also we are using. So from battery negative to plug key to the rheostat another lower end. So that will complete one loop. And from the lower end of the rheostat, actually the wire which comes from the battery positive, so at that end to the galvanometer positive, just like either from you can take a wire from battery positive to the galvanometer positive, or from the rheostat lower end to the galvanometer positive, and galvanometer negative to resistance box one end. So this is the circuit symbol of the resistance box. So one end of the resistance box, another end of the resistance box to rheostat upper end. So I already mentioned an arrow mark indicates that rheostat upper end. So that will complete the second loop. The simplest circuit this is. Then voltmeter. How to connect this voltmeter to find the potential difference across any 2 points? So by parallel connections. So positive of the voltmeter is connected to the galvanometer positive, negative of the voltmeter is connected to the one end of the resistance box, particularly the end which is connected to the rheostat upper end. So this is the circuit diagram, simple circuit diagram. I will repeat once. From battery positive to the rheostat one lower end, rheostat another lower end to plug key to the battery negative. Next, from the rheostat lower end to the galvanometer positive, galvanometer negative to resistance box to rheostat upper end. So voltmeter positive is connected to the galvanometer positive and negative is connected to the one end of the resistance box. Okay, so this is the circuit diagram. Here BA indicates battery, K indicates plug key, RH indicates rheostat, R indicates resistance box, G indicates galvanometer, V indicates voltmeter. So this is the circuit. Here I arrange the apparatus as per the circuit diagram. So battery positive to rheostat lower end, and another lower end of the rheostat to the plug key to the battery negative. That will complete one loop. Next, rheostat one lower end, the lower end particularly where the battery positive is connected. So from that end to galvanometer positive and galvanometer negative to resistance box. So one end of the resistance box, another end of the resistance box to rheostat upper end. Next, voltmeter is connected parallel to the galvanometer and resistance, just like the voltmeter positive is connected to the galvanometer positive and voltmeter negative is connected to the resistance box one end, particularly the end which is connected to a rheostat upper end, that end. Okay, so this is the connections. Let us see the observation. So the first one, resistance of the galvanometer G is given. The value of G is 50 ohm. Okay. Next, figure of merit of a galvanometer. Figure of merit of a galvanometer K, that is also given. So here in our galvanometer, as the figure of merit, 20 micro ampere per division. 20 micro means 20 into 10 the power of minus 6 ampere per division. And next, number of division on either side of 0 of the galvanometer scale, that is n, right. So I hope you saw that from the 0 to the either end. So the maximum, that is 30 divisions are there. Therefore n is equals to 30. The number of divisions on either side of a 0 of the galvanometer scale is 30 divisions. Next, the fourth one, current required for producing full scale deflection of n divisions. So the total current required to produce a full scale deflection, that is total 30 divisions, that is Ig, current through the galvanometer is n into K. N value is 30 here and K value is 20 microampere per divisions. So if you substitute that, So 30 into 20. 30 into 20 and 20 micro is there. So 20 micro, which is equals to 600 microampere. The value is 600 microampere. Next, maximum voltage to be measured is, say 3 volt is that. So our range of the voltmeter also 0 to 3 volt. So therefore here we will take maximum voltage to be measured as 3 volt itself. Okay. So these are the observations. Now we have to do the calculation initially, that is the first one is Ig is equals to N into K. So N value is 30, that we already saw, and into K value is 20 microampere per division. So which is equals to 600 micro. The unit of the current is ampere. 600 microampere or 600 into 10 the power of minus 6 ampere. Okay. So this is the first calculation, and the second calculation is, we have to do the calculation first, that is R value. The how much value of the resistance we have to connect to the galvanometer in series. So this R value we have to calculate first. So by using the formula, R is equals to V divided by Ig minus G. So R is equals to V divided by Ig minus G. Okay. So V value we took 3 and Ig value is calculated, that is 600 into 10 the power of minus 6. So minus G value is 50 ohm, right? For a simplifications, I'll make a change like this: 3 divided by 6 into 10 the power of minus 4 minus 50. So this 10 the power of minus 4 take into the numerator, that becomes plus 4. 3 into 10 the power of plus 4 divided by 6 minus 50. So that is 3 ones are 3, 2s are 1 by 2. 1 by 2 means 0.5 into 10 the power of plus 4 minus 50. So which is equals to 0.5 into 10 the power of 4, that is 5, 10, 20, 30. So 5000 minus 50, which is equals to 4950 ohm. So therefore R is 4950 ohm. So the given galvanometer is converted into an voltmeter by connecting a high resistance of the value 4950 ohm. Okay. So we have to check whether the given galvanometer is converted into voltmeter or not. Now let us see the procedure, how to do the experiment. So the calculation part, observation part and calculation parts are over. Now let us see the procedure, how to do this experiment. The first one is, the value of resistance is calculated using the formula R is equals to V divided by Ig minus G. So that we already done. So the value of resistance is calculated. The value we got 4950 ohm for the given data. The second one, the circuit connections are made as shown in the circuit diagram. We already connected the circuit, right? So the circuit connections are made as shown in the circuit diagram. As per the circuit diagram, we have to do the connections. So we already made the connection. Next point is, the calculated high resistance R is unplugged in the standard resistance box and the rheostat is adjusted so that the voltage shown in the voltmeter is equal to the desired range, that is 3 volt. So because we took maximum voltage to be measured is 3 volt, so therefore the calculated resistance we have to unplug in a high resistance box, and then we have to adjust the rheostat. By adjusting the rheostat, we have to fix the value of voltmeter to equal to the desired range, that is the full scale deflection, particularly 3 volt. The next step is the resistance from the resistance box is adjusted. Resistance from the resistance box is adjusted such that galvanometer shows full scale deflection. Maybe the galvanometer does not coincide with the full scale deflection, or maybe coincide with the full scale deflection. We have to check that. Which is not coincide with the full scale deflection means we have to adjust the resistance from the resistance box to the galvanometer shows full scale deflection. Then R dash from the resistance box is noted. So the now how much resistance we removed. So that resistance we have to note. If the R value and R dash value are equal or nearly equal means the conversion is verified. So later you have to write the result. The value of the calculated series resistance, the calculated value will be 4950 ohm, which is we already calculated, and the value of observed series resistance is how much, that we have to check. Okay. So as per the circuit diagram, I connected the apparatus as well as per the procedure I calculated the value of R, and here based on that procedure I adjusted the rheostat and fixed the voltmeter value is equals to 3 volt. The maximum voltage to be measured is 3 volt, and for this experiment the battery potential has to be fixed to 4 volt, because we have to here we need a 3 volt, right? The range of the voltmeter from 0 to 3 volt means obviously we need more than that, just say 4 volt. And by varying the rheostat, I adjusted this value as 3 volt, and I removed some resistance in a resistance box that we have to check to get a full scale deflection, that is R dash value. We have to compare the value of R with the R dash value. Okay. So here I hope you people you can easily observe that galvanometer shows a full scale deflection. Now the resistance removed 2000 plus 2000, that is 4000, here 200. So the resistance removed is 4200. For a 4200 we will get a full scale deflection, means the R dash value is 4200. So 4200 is nearly equals to our calculated value. We can say that 4950 ohm. The calculated value is 4950 ohm. Our measured value is 4200 approximately. The error will be there based on that rheostat or the fluctuation of the current or in the resistance box, maybe some errors. Because of that we will get the nearer value, not exact here. Okay. If we remove that errors, if you reduce the errors, we will get an exact value. So now we can say that a given galvanometer is converted into a voltmeter. Based on this we can clearly say that the given galvanometer is converted to an voltmeter based on the value of R and R dash. So our calculated value is 4950 ohm and the measured value is 4200 200. So these are nearly equal. Now we can clearly say that the given galvanometer is converted into a voltmeter. So the next duty is yours. You people have to write a practical record. Okay, thank you.